Hello, welcome back to lecture 9 of PGBP, and this is for CMA Intermediate June 2022 attempt, assessment year 2022-23। ठीक है, ये हमारा lecture 9 है PGBP का। तो हम आगे बढ़ेंगे कल जहां हम थे। So yesterday we did slump sale, okay? Slump sale में we had ended, and now we are going to continue. And the topic for today is depreciation for power units, ठीक है? So ये है आपके generation और generation and distribution of power, है ना? In short, electricity manufacturing companies, ठीक है? Electricity produce करते हैं वो companies की बात कर रहे हैं इसमें. How to give depreciation, okay? अब ये याद रखना है, this is the only category where SLM is allowed, straight line method is allowed. This is the only category where SLM method of depreciation is allowed. Okay, नहीं तो कहीं भी in taxation everywhere will be using WDV method only. Okay, this is the only case where it is allowed. It's also because of the nature of their equipment. Okay, they've got single equipments are very high priced and very huge ones, so it is easier for them to sometimes go by SLM. So which is why they have been given a choice. Okay. So now today we are starting with depreciation in case of power units. Here you have to remember that power units are electricity manufacturing companies. They are the only companies who get the option of straight line method of depreciation along with WDV. All other companies, they do not have any such option. Only option they have is WDV. Okay, all other companies, only electricity manufacturing companies, they will have an option of SLM. Okay. So undertaking engaged in business of generation or generation and distribution of power. Okay. Some just basically generate electricity and then their distributors are different. Some companies, they do both. Okay. So generation is the key thing. Okay. So only distributors do not get depreciation. So the generators they get because they use those equipment which are generating it. ठीक है. So यहाँ पे ये है depreciation in case of power units में undertaking engaged in the business of generation or generation and distribution of power. Only they can charge depreciation. ठीक है. I'll come to the dates as per its choice. ठीक है. As per its choice, WDV या SLM. So SLM का there is a the rates are given in appendix IA, or 1A of the income tax rules. ठीक है. Of on the किस चीज पे? Always it will be on the depreciation is on the actual cost on asset. SLM is always on the original cost, right? Purchase cost, and so depreciation ka value doesn't change in SLM, correct? First year, if it is 50,000, it will remain 50,000 throughout. Okay. So this particular, if they ask you any question, they will give you this rate. Okay. They will not give the entire appendix, and you are not expected to learn the appendix of SLM particularly because it is applicable only in this case. Okay. So they'll give you the rates as such. Okay. ये बता देंगे, it is 10% on SLM or 15% on SLM. They'll give you that. Okay. But normally, like to find that, in the income tax rules of the government, there is an appendix IA. In this, you have got SLM rates for various types of assets are given, different. Okay, for electricity manufacturing itself, there are different types of assets. For that, you will be able to get it here. Okay, and but you are not expected to learn all that. Okay. So, chaliye, okay. So what did we say now? Okay, people still joining little late. Quickly, I'm just paraphrasing it again. Okay, so we are seeing depreciation in case of power units. This is for electricity manufacturing companies, business of generation or generation and distribution of power. Okay, they can charge depreciation either on WDV or on SLM. Okay, why they are saying in respect of asset acquired here after 31/3/1997, another date is there. You don't need to learn this date. Okay, this is not important for you, right? But relevance of this date is till this date. Okay, from this date onwards, the electricity generation companies were given a choice, okay, such that a choice was given here stating, ठीक है, यहाँ पे choice दिया गया था कि yeah, up till AY 1998-99, okay. तो इसके पहले से यही पे year the scheme was launched, okay, that you can choose any of the two. What was said is any company till 31/3/1997, any year before that, existing companies, they can make the choice by assessment year 98-99 and in for the due till before the due date of filing of income. ठीक है, तो उनको ये बोला गया था, ये डेट का हिस्टोरिकल रेलेवेंस ये है, ओके, दैट इट वाज टोल्ड यहाँ पे जब लॉन्च किए थे, ऑल एग्जिस्टिंग कंपनीज दे वर सेड दैट बाय 98-99 assessment year 98-99 का ड्यू डेट ऑफ फाइलिंग ऑफ रिटर्न तक. So till the due date of filing of return of 98-99, please finalize your choice between WDV and SLM. Once chosen, okay, once chosen, you will have to go by the same rate. You can never rechange it. ठीक है, तो जो भी कंपनी ने पहले opt कर लिया, they cannot change it again. This change is not for every financial year. It is not allowed for every financial year. Okay, it is only once in a lifetime change. So कुछ ये तो इन लोगों को बोला कि यहाँ make the change by 98-99, and because they were announcing it here, so after 31/3/98, after this, okay, for all new companies which are coming in, so they had a chance to take the option every year, whichever year they are being formed, they will take it that year going forward from after 97. Okay, so companies who were already in existence till 31/3/1997, for them this date was given last date. So इसीलिए यहाँ पे बोला in respect of acquired asset acquired after 31/3/1997. Because now whichever company will come, it will come under this one only, right? This date is long gone, and whichever company would have opted in this, now they cannot change as well. ठीक है, चेंज का तो छोड़ो, उनका 1997 के पहले के एसेट्स तो आई थिंक the assets would have been obsolete by now.
सुधार की जरूरत है, ये चिमनिया ये वाला होने की वजह से.
No, Shivam. So under this is not for distribution of power. Okay, because we are again talking about distribution. Okay, please put yourself on mute, Neeraj. ठीक है, so ये जो है, दो टाइप के काम होते हैं इलेक्ट्रिसिटी में. There are two types of work. One is generation only, and one is they generate and they only distribute. So one types of companies are they generate but they have other tie-ups for distribution. Okay, वो करते हैं. तो जो आप depreciation की बात कर रहे हो, these equipment, these are used by the generators actually. तो distributor को देने का सवाल ही नहीं उठता. Okay, because these equipments are generators equipments. Okay, ठीक है, so ये हो गया. This is about that date. चलो ठीक है. अगेन क्या आपको याद रखने की जरूरत है ये डेट? आपको क्या ये डेट आपको याद रखने की जरूरत है? नो, नॉट नीडेड. ठीक है, दिस इज नॉट नीडेड. चलिए, सो देन ये हमने बात कर लिए कि ओके, एंड राइट. सो इन SLM, no problem, Neeraj, that's fine. once I forgot that I was recording it live, and so I just there is the electronic mosquito bat, right? I was just using it to kill a mosquito. Then I realized that I'm live. So it happens. Okay, so ठीक है, जब अब SLM जब देते हैं WDV तो we know in detail, correct? We have already treated lots of WDV, हम अच्छे से जानते हैं. Now SLM में you know that it is single asset basis. Okay, in SLM the block concept is not there. Okay, when you are using SLM you have to maintain records of individual assets. Okay, it won't be a block for SLM. Remember, ठीक है? SLM में it's not the block value, will be actual cost. ठीक है? That is your purchase cost basically. Option shall be exercised before due date of furnishing of income. Okay? Before due date, you have to tell them whether you want WDV or SLM. Okay. Once exercised, applicable for all subsequent assessment years. ठीक है? यानी till lifetime. आपको एक ही बार ऑप्शन है. अब हाँ नहीं बोल दिए तो बोल दिए. Okay. And वो भी है ना, आप depreciation का method, you know, आपने you would have seen some accounting standards and all that FMA, and you would have seen that when you change the method of depreciation, you have to make all disclosures कि आप क्यों change कर रहे हो and what is the impact and what was the real necessity of changing. एक बार change करने के लिए इतना सारा है तो then आप you cannot keep on changing, right? उससे तो falsify हो जाएगा ना, your P&L will get falsified. Okay. So chalo, it is only once you have exercised it, permanent. Okay, then it is permanent, you cannot change again. And हमने पढ़ा in the previous section we had read this, right? Additional depreciation is not available if you have taken SLM method, and you can take SLM method only for power units. So you can say that additional depreciation is not available for power units where you have chosen SLM method. Okay, okay. So this is about introduction to your depreciation in case of power units. अब हम ये we will talk about terminal depreciation and balancing charge. So I don't know if you remember, but right at the beginning of the chapter I told you that we will be coming to balancing charge and I will tell you what it is. Okay, and I also told you that I will take you back to that section. Okay, so I'll take you back, but first चलो ये क्या है हम देख लेते हैं. ठीक है? Okay, now what is terminal depreciation and what is balancing charge? Now terminal depreciation and balancing charge, these two words are used only in electricity. Okay, this is used only in electricity generation companies. Okay, and this is used if the SSC has opted for SLM method. Okay, and SLM method is allowable only for electricity companies. ये दो terms जो है इसी में use होते हैं, but the concept, okay, मैं अभी से आपको बोल रहा हूँ, I'll tell you in future there will be many sections where we will use this concept of terminal depreciation and balancing charge. Okay, where the same concept is used, but the name given will not be terminal depreciation and balancing charge. Name will be different, but concept will be same. So this name is given basically only for electricity companies. Okay. So chali. So what are the conditions? This is an interesting topic. Okay. ये अच्छा topic है बहुत. SSC must follow SLM. Okay. ये होना चाहिए. Second होना चाहिए. Asset is sold, discarded, demolished, or destroyed in the previous year. Okay. Other than the previous year and first brought to use. Okay. So this is fine. So if you sell it in the same previous year, you will not get any depreciation. Correct. So what will happen is if you sell it in the same previous year, it will be there in your purchase also and in the sales also. Okay, and you will not get depreciation. Okay. So chalo, here we are focusing on asset is sold, discarded, demolished, or destroyed. And basically द एसेट इज ट्रांसफर्ड, यू कैन से ट्रांसफर्ड का मतलब है या तो आपने इसको बेच दिया या यू हैव स्क्रैप्ड इट, ओके, आइदर यू हैव सोल्ड इट, यू हैव स्क्रैप्ड इट, ओके, और इट इज नॉट इवन गोइंग फॉर स्क्रैपिंग, ठीक है, स्क्रैप में भी नहीं जा रहा है, देन से यू हैव डेमोलिश्ड इट, चलो ठीक है, I don't want this asset, and here put an end to that asset, okay, or destroyed it. So in other words, the existence of that asset in your balance sheet and in your company has come to an end. These four words only tell you whether you have got some money for it or not. If you have sold, you have got some money back, okay. If you have discarded it, then maybe you will get some scrap value, okay. If you have demolished it, maybe you will get some scrap value of कुछ part अगर टूटे हुए आपके बिकते हैं, you will get little bit of value, okay. And if you have destroyed, the chances of any scrap value is very less, ठीक है. In the end, these words will be used quite regularly. PGBP में आप देखेंगे. In capital gains also you will see asset is sold, discarded, demolished, destroyed. They never say sold. This is sold, discarded, demolished, or destroyed. So these four are treated alike. Why alike? Because they are doing one same thing. They are taking the assets asset out of your balance sheet. All four are taking the asset out of your balance sheet. The money which you are getting will be different in different cases. Okay. So chali, okay. Now let us say what is terminal depreciation. Okay. Now asset का कुछ WDV होगा, correct? Now this is our asset. Say we bought the asset for 1 lakh, okay, and depreciation till date, okay, depreciation so far, let me say is 60,000 accumulated depreciation, okay. I'm just adding up all depreciation. I put it for ease, okay. Let us say actual cost, that is purchase cost, okay. This is actual cost, this is depreciation. So what is WDV? 40,000. But we are talking about SLM method, right? यहाँ पे हमने बोले condition itself says that SSC must follow SLM method, isn't it? ठीक है, SLM method. अब यहाँ पे मैं WDV लिख रहा हूँ, ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
Okay, ठीक है. So now this is your WDV. So now यहाँ से हमारा डिस्कशन चालू हो रहा है, ठीक है. क्या क्या हो सकता है यहाँ पे? This is your WDV, ठीक है. तो इसको चलिए थोड़ा सा अपन बड़ा कर लेते हैं. So I am now selling it. So basically selling क्या कर रहा हूँ मैं? You will use this term always: sold, discarded, demolished, destroyed. ठीक है. तो ये पूरा it's a phrase. They're using it as a phrase. ठीक है. तो ये बोल रहे कि ये कुछ भी हो, इसमें से कुछ एसेट आपका बैलेंस शीट से जा रहा है. ओके, एसेट इज नो मोर विद अस. सो आपने ये इसको बेच दिए. ओके, केस 1 आपने 25,000 में आपने बेच दिए, ठीक है. ये सोल्ड फॉर 25 लाख. तो आप लॉस में बेचे हैं कि प्रॉफिट में बेचे? So have you sold this at a loss or a profit?
Loss, 15,000 loss.
Loss of good 15,000, ठीक है. तो हमने क्या किया, हमने 15,000 लॉस में बेचे, ठीक है. इस लॉस का ही नाम है टर्मिनल डिप्रिसिएशन, और कुछ नहीं है, ठीक है. दिस लॉस इज कॉल्ड एज टर्मिनल डिप्रिसिएशन, ठीक है. एक कोड समझ गया आपको, ठीक है. अब इसी को हम थोड़ा सा चेंज करते हैं. ओके, लेट अस से हमने इसको बेच दिए हैं 50,000. अभी लॉस है कि प्रॉफिट है? वेदर वी हैव गॉट अ लॉस और अ प्रॉफिट? प्रॉफिट ऑफ 10,000, ठीक है. नाउ, ठीक है, अब ये बोलते हैं कि because you have a profit of 10,000. Okay, चलो ठीक है, मान लिया you have a profit of 10,000, but the PGBP head has already given you deduction of 60,000. Okay, so what is being said is till you get a profit of up to 60,000. Okay, so this profit should be chargeable to tax under PGBP, not as capital gains. Why? Because PGBP has already given you 60,000 deduction. So up to 60,000, if you are getting any income out of that asset, you should, in business income, you already claimed 60,000. So it is said that up to 60,000, it will be chargeable as business income. So now this is 10,000 only. So it will be chargeable as business income, okay, not as short-term capital gain. बिजनेस इनकम, ठीक है, ये बिजनेस इनकम का इसका नाम क्या होगा बता सकते हैं आप लोग? बैलेंसिंग चार्ज, इसका नाम है बैलेंसिंग चार्ज। ठीक है, तो चलिए अभी मैं एक और चीज में बताता हूं आपको इसी में। ठीक है, यहीं पे मैं लेट अस जस्ट टेक दिस डिस्कशन लिटिल फॉरवर्ड। हाँ, मेरे को अच्छी कीमत मिल गई एसेट की, 1,20,000 में मेरा एसेट बिक गया। I've got a very good price of my asset and I've been able to sell it at 1,20,000. So in all, what is my profit? Total बस profit sense में कितना है? 80,000. Okay, 1,20,000 minus 40,000, 80,000 is my profit. So तो मेरा profit is 80,000. ठीक है, this is my profit. Okay, लेकिन what is being said is up to 60,000, that up to the extent of my accumulated depreciation, this will be business income. तो ये 80,000 में से 60,000 only will be balancing charge and बचता है ना 20,000 और, this will be short term capital gain. समझ में आ गया? This is the whole discussion about terminal depreciation and balancing charge. Short term capital gain.
Could you please repeat the last part? सर जो अभी आपने लास्ट में समझाया एक बार वापस बता दीजिए।
हाँ, तो यहाँ पे जो है ना, तो ये पार्ट आपको समझ गया। पहले वाला जो लॉस वाला मैंने टर्मिनल डिप्रिसिएशन समझ गया आपको? चलो मैं वो भी रिपीट कर वहां से,
नहीं वो समझ आ गया।
ठीक है, तो अभी ये है हमारा, यहाँ से रिपीट कर देते हैं। ओके, तो दिस इज योर एक्चुअल कॉस्ट। ठीक है, जितने में मैंने खरीदा, परचेज प्राइस। दिस इज माय डिप्रिसिएशन, अभी तक के मैंने जितना भी स्ट्रेट लाइन में दिया हूं। लेट अस से 15,000 पर ईयर डिप्रिसिएशन आई एम गिविंग, 4 इयर्स का भी 60,000 हुआ है accumulated depreciation. ओके, टोटल डिप्रिसिएशन इज 60,000। तो आपको टोटल कितना दे चुके हैं वो देखना है। You have to see what you have given in all. ठीक है, so now your WDV is 40,000. Now the asset is being sold, discarded, demolished or destroyed. ठीक है, इसके बदले में आपको पैसे मिलेंगे। ओके, नहीं मिल रहा है तो कोई बात, अगर नहीं मिल रहे हैं, सपोज आपने डेमोलिश किया, आपको 1 पैसे नहीं मिले उसके, ओके, देन दिस विल बी 0। ठीक है, होल 40,000 विल बी लॉस, कोई बात नहीं, इट विल बी कॉल्ड एज टर्मिनल डिप्रिसिएशन। ठीक है, टर्मिनल डिप्रिसिएशन, और टर्मिनल डिप्रिसिएशन इज फुल्ली डिडक्टेबल इन द बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स। ठीक है, आपका टर्मिनल डिप्रिसिएशन जो है पूरा आपको कंप्लीट डिडक्शन मिल जाता है। ठीक है, ये लॉस है क्योंकि आपका yes, that's right, but this is not block of assets. This here we are giving individual depreciation wala. This is straight line method. Okay, this is we are giving by straight line method. Okay, and it is for individual asset. This is not about block. Okay, SLM. चलो तो ठीक है, चलो ये तो का डिमोलिश होता है, बट चलिए नॉर्मल केसेस में यू विल सेल इट, यू विल गेट सम मनी, है कि नहीं? लेट मी से, मुझे I am getting 25,000. ठीक, सो इसमें क्या हो रहा है, मुझे लॉस मिल रहा है, लॉस ऑफ 15,000। इसमें एवरीवन इज फाइन विद दिस, करेक्ट? तो दिस लॉस इज कॉल्ड टर्मिनल डिप्रिसिएशन, स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड। ये आपको ये 25 हो, जैसे हमने पहले देखा था, अगर 0 में गया है you did not get any money for it, you have discarded or scrapped it, फिर भी 40,000 will be terminal depreciation. Okay, if you have sold it for 38,000 and you have got a loss of 2,000, this will still be terminal depreciation. Okay, but next point is, if you are selling over your WDV, then you are getting some profit, correct? So there profit will be divided into two things. One is we call it as balancing charge, one we call it as short-term capital gain. STCG is what? Short-term capital gain. Okay. So here, but remember one thing, that whatever profit you get, okay, profit to the extent of accumulated depreciation will be balancing charge. And this is the reason why your balancing charge can never exceed your accumulated depreciation. ठीक है, क्योंकि बैलेंसिंग चार्ज बना ही इसके थ्रू है, राइट? क्योंकि ये डेप्रिसिएशन आपको दिया गया है पहले, दैट इज व्हाई यू आर गेटिंग बैलेंसिंग चार्ज नाउ. आपको ये बैलेंसिंग चार्ज में डाला जा रहा है क्योंकि यू हैव ऑलरेडी बीन गिवन depreciation of 60,000. Okay, which is why balancing charge is always to the extent of accumulated depreciation. Very famous sentence and very famous in objective questions. You get it even for 2 months, because if you do not know this concept, you will not write it. Okay, you cannot guess this. The question ये है, ये आता है कि the maximum limit of balancing charge can be to the extent of profit, return, क्या बोलेंगे, actual cost less accumulated depreciation. 3 बोलेगा accumulated depreciation. Okay, so the answer will be accumulated depreciation. It can never be more than accumulated depreciation. So the question which can be asked here, Bala, it is your balancing charge can never exceed accumulated depreciation. Okay. So in place of accumulated depreciation, they'll give you different options, but you will have to choose accumulated depreciation. Chalo. So this now next point is, जो हमने यहाँ पे देखा था हमने, you have sold, discarded, demolished, or destroyed. Say it is 60,000, ठीक है? And a profit में जा रहा है basically. Okay. If it is 60,000, you are getting a profit कितना होगा? 20,000.
20,000.
Correct. So now your 20,000 is your 60,000 से कम है, right? So whole thing will be called as balancing charge.
Balancing charge.
और ये जो है आपका business income होता है, ठीक है? So this is your balancing charge. Now अगर आपने इसको मान लीजिए 80,000 में बेच दी, मान लीजिए you sold it for 1 lakh, sold it for 1 lakh. The profit is how much now?
60,000.
Profit is 60,000, correct? Profit is 60,000. Whole thing will go for balancing
charge.
Profit is 1,20,000. Then 60,000 will go here. Over that, 20,000 will be short-term capital gain. Got it?
Yes, sir.
बस यही इसका concept. So next, yeah, you can join back at 8:45, okay? And I'll take questions there. 8:45.
Okay, sir.